Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Chem Insider. In the previous video, we learnt about certain basic concepts of DDQ and certain basic reactions of DDQ which they carry out to bring about unsaturation. Right? So now we will learn more about the additional complex reactions of DDQ. First, in the example 3, in the previous video we discussed 2 examples. Now there is a third example. In this example, if you observe carefully, there are 2 set of reactions carrying out on the same species of substrate. One reaction we are just considering as a reagent DDQ, but in the second reaction we are treating the substrate with DDQ and later with acetic acid. So clearly the product formed will not be the same. First, let us see the reaction carrying out if there is just DDQ present. So as I said earlier, if there is a benzylic carbocation carbon present with the hydrogen atoms, then that compound will be leading to the formation of unsaturation. So the expected product from the first reaction will be like this: benzene ring with carbon double bond like this, CH2. So this is the product which we get in the first step of reaction. Now if you observe carefully, in the second step of reaction, the product we get will not be the same as in the first step because we are using CH3COOH. Okay, so the product which we get here is, first the DDQ molecule removes the hydride ion of this particular carbon. Right? Why only this carbon? Because it is the benzylic carbon, therefore it won't remove the hydrogen from this terminal carbon. So once the hydride has been removed, we get a carbocation on the benzylic carbon, that is in the form of CH minus CH3. Now since we have got the carbocation at this position, out of the DDQ's O minus charge, if you observe carefully, we will get HOH Q O minus, right? If you observe carefully, the O minus ion present here will not attack the hydrogen from this carbon because we have using CH3COOH. Okay. Now this O minus ion has 2 particular hydrogens which are more reactive with one compared to one another. So out of these 2, the more reactive hydrogen is the hydrogen present on the acetic acid group. That is because it is more acidic. Hence, this O minus removes the hydrogen from this acetic acid. As a result, the carboacetate ion formed during the removal of hydrogen proton attacks the carbocation, leading to the formation of as intermediate of the shape. That is carbon having a hydrogen, CH3 on one side, and we have O, C double bond O, CH3. This is a product. So this is the compound which we get after the reaction if we use DDQ and CH3COOH. That is, I'll rewrite the structure in order to have a clear structure of the compound. We have a benzene ring, benzylic carbon with one hydrogen, CH3 group, and it is attached to CH3COO. So this is the compound which you get when you treat our ethyl benzene with DDQ and CH3COOH. Now the next example. If you observe carefully, there is one benzylic hydrogen present over here. If you remove this one benzylic hydrogen because of the reaction of DDQ, there is absence of one more hydrogen present on the next carbon, because since it is a pH group, that is nothing but a benzene ring, that benzene carbon attached to this particular carbon will not be having any hydrogen. Now what happens is, here the process will be leading to the formation of a 6-member ring involving a lactone kind of a structure. So how does this structure form? So we'll see the mechanism of the reaction taking place. So first we'll have this protonated hydrogen or the benzylic hydrogen hydride being removed because of the DDQ. Okay, So once you treat that, we'll get pH, that is the phenyl ring, and a tertiary carbocation. Now if you split the structure of COOH, we have C double bond O and H. The lone pair of electrons on oxygen will attack the carbocation. So therefore, we can say that we are leading to a formation of 6-membered ring involving the oxygen atom, that is nothing but insertion of oxygen to form cyclization. So the product formed will be a naphthalene ring attached with an additional 6-membered substituted ring like this. C double bond O having 2 pH atom on the benzylic carbon. The hydrogen which was present in the oxygen will be taken out by the DDQ molecule. Okay, so this is the product of this reaction when you treat this substrate with DDQ. Since there was no one more hydrogen present neighboring to the benzylic carbon, it has to react with hydrogen present on any other species which is more acidic. Therefore, since we have a COH group present on this particular ring atom, this hydrogen will be more acidic. Therefore, the DDQ's O- charge will try to remove this hydrogen, which involves in the formation of cyclization as it has happened in this particular example. Next. So if you observe carefully, this is the question which has been asked in the previous year one of the exam. So they are asking us, if you treat this particular compound with CH2I2, okay, diiodomethane, we get a product called A. Later, this product A has been treated with 2 equivalents of DDQ, which gives a structure B, and this structure B is in resonance with the structure of C. What will be the compound ABCr? Okay, so now let us study the mechanism of this reaction and what are the products formed. Once you treat CH2I2 with the compound containing double bond, what happens is it involves in the formation of 3-membered ring. Okay, so this CH2 group attacks this particular carbon because of its more acidic nature, as the other 2 bonds have 2 hydrogens. Therefore, once you treat this CH2I2 at this particular position, we obtain the compound in this form. Okay, so this is the product which is obtained when you treat the reactant with CH2I2. Once you are done with this, next what happens is they are asking us to treat this molecule with the equivalents of 2 equivalents of DDQ. Now here what happens is, when you treat, let us take one at a time. So first molecule of DDQ carries out a process of removing hydrogen. Now let us say it is removing a hydrogen from this position in the form of hydride. Let us say H-. So it leads to a carbocation plus charge, double bond. We have a double bond here. Okay, once it is been removed, the remaining substrate of DDQ will be HO5O-. So this O- attacks the hydrogen over here. Okay, this O- attacks the hydrogen here. As a result, we have a migration of bonds of hydrogen and carbon, resulting in the migration of carbon-carbon double bond. So therefore, the product formed will be like this. Here we have a double bond, here we have a double bond, and this double bond was already over there. So this is our, so the first product A, once you treated with CH2I2 is A. Now remember, this is not our B, because we have just treated only one molecule of one equivalent of DDQ. We have to treat one more equivalent of DDQ. So if you treat one more equivalent of DDQ, the same reaction of unsaturation or aromatization takes place, but on the left ring. Okay, so on this ring, So which will get the lead us to the product. So now this is our structure of the compound B. Now, what is the resonance structure of this compound then? The resonance structure of the compound is the bond present over here tries to undergo migration. Okay, this bond involves in migration. As a result, we get a 7-membered ring of a bicyclic ring containing 7-membered carbon, 7-carbon ring along with a 6-carbon ring. Okay, if you observe carefully, I'll number the carbon atoms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so totally we have 11 carbon atoms. So what has happened is, instead of having a ring or structure like this, we have split the structure. As a result, we have a 7-membered ring, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-membered ring and a 6-membered bicycle. So this is what the structure of compound C is. Okay, so this is the answer for structure A, B and C. I hope you have understood this example. Next is last different types of reaction, that is oxidation of alcohol. So when you treat compounds containing benzylic hydrogen, but the neighboring hydrogen atom is present on an oxygen group, then the reaction will be involving removal of hydrogen. Right? DDQ carries out a dehydrogenation reaction. So we can clearly say that the compound formed during this process will be aldehyde, C double bond O H. Okay, so this is a simple reaction. Now the last type of reaction which we have to discuss one more is salt formation. So when do you obtain a salt formation type of reaction? When you treat compounds such as, let us say, a 7-membered ring like this, it has 3 double bonds. Okay, now we have 1 hydrogen and 1 more hydrogen here. So this, if you observe carefully, if you remove 1 more hydrogen from this position or this position, it changes the aromaticity of the compound. Therefore, what we have to observe over here is, it can only remove 1 of the hydrogen. Therefore, it just forms a carbocation. So when you treat this type of compound with DDQ and in presence of HClO4, the reaction will be leading to the formation of a salt, like a carbocation which has been formed because of the removal of hydride. Now it has been treated with ClO4 minus. So how did this ClO4 minus come across is, once the hydride has been removed, we'll be left with the structure HO5 of O minus, right? So because the O minus has to remove hydrogen from other species, it attacks the hydrogen from the HClO4 compound. Therefore, we'll get the salt of ClO4 minus being bonded with our organic compound carrying a carbocation. So clearly, this compound is aromatic. Next is the last type of reaction, which we can say, if there is no additional hydrogen for a compound to undergo dehydrogenation process, what we observe is, we form a product formed because of we have a product which will be an oxidized compound of the previous reactant. That is, when you treat CH3 with DDQ, since this carbon has just hydrogen, it is not attached to 1 more carbon containing any hydrogen or oxygen containing any hydrogen. So this compound will undergo oxidation, that is, we call that as insertion of oxygen. Okay, I said there are 6 different types of reaction. We discussed about the oxidation of alcohol, cyclization reactions, salt formation reaction, unsaturation process also. Now the last type of reaction that is very, very important, if there is no dehydrogenation possible in a given reactant and you are using a DDQ, then the reactant will be carried out in a process that is involving the insertion of oxygen. So therefore, we obtain, when you treat toluene with DDQ, we obtain acetaldehyde benzaldehyde compound, that is CHO with a benzene ring. So how do we obtain this compound? So let us start with the mechanism of this reaction. So first we have to remove the hydride ion of the carbon. So let us say we have CH3 and we are treating it with DDQ. So it gives us CH2 carbocation. Okay, so now when you treat HO5O minus, it attacks the carbocation because there is no hydrogen present on the neighboring group. So therefore it directly attacks the carbocation, leading to the formation of intermediate such as like this CH2O5OH. Okay, now since we have one more benzylic hydrogen, therefore the reaction will react with one more molecule of DDQ. We get the reactant once again of the same type, but with one less hydrogen attached with carbon and 2 O5 of OH groups. Okay, so this is how the reaction now takes place. When you add a molecule of protonated water, in this reaction, these two OH groups, O groups containing over here, will take an hydrogen, leaving behind OH group attached to the carbon atom of the benzylic ring, like this. That is nothing but diols, CHOH, OH. So this is the product which we get once you treat this particular species with H3O plus. Since there is two OH group present attached on the same carbon, it is very unstable. There will be involving a molecule of water being removed. At last, we will obtain the compound which are expected to obtain, that is benzaldehyde with CHO group. So this is the reaction of oxygen insertion process. So when you treat DDQ with a compound which does not have any capability to undergo dehydrogenation, then DDQ involves in a different type of reaction called insertion of oxygen to the given species. Okay, so this is all about the DDQ set of reactions. In the next video, we'll learn about a different reagent in the next class. I hope you have understood all the concepts about the reactions of DDQ. Here, if you observe carefully, I am just explaining each example for each of the type of reactions. You have to solve more examples in order to understand the concepts in a better manner. And if you come across any of those examples which are quite complicated for you to understand or observe the mechanism of the process, mail those particular reactions to me from a mail ID which I have given you in the description box. Or if you have any doubt in the concepts explained in the video, please do comment down below. So thank you for watching. Please do share these videos and please do subscribe to my channel.